Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. I'm behind again, so I'm going to rush this reading. But every time I say that, they get longer and longer. So anyway, let's stay grounded. Hello, Gemini. I'm going to dive straight into your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your end of July, beginning of August reading with me. So let's dive in. I do have an affirmation that I pulled out whilst I sat in your energy. And it says, the power to change my world lies within me. Gorgeous energy. This says, if you concentrate on the negative, you will only see problems. If you concentrate on the positive, you will find solutions. The power lies in your thoughts. Don't sabotage yourself for something that hasn't happened yet, which can hint to the fact that some of you guys are procrastinators. Some of you might struggle with anxiety, right? That usually comes up when we're worried about the future, or maybe some things that have not even happened yet, in the worst case scenario. But this card really, again, says that you are able to change things if need be. So you're never really stuck. There's always something we can do. Right. At least that's what I'm feeling for you guys this week. That's what Spirit's saying. So let's dive into your reading. What was interesting, by the way, when I was shuffling your cards, I heard, oh, lucky you. Then I heard you guys say, lucky who? I'm the one who raised me. And it felt like a song. I don't think it exists, but it felt like it was like the beginning of like some rapping that's about to happen. So it feels like a come up story. And what it was kind of hinting is that maybe you guys feel like people don't actually understand how difficult you have it or had it, and that you were the one that had to navigate yourself through the darkness, right? It feels like you had to do a lot of things alone. So they're just kind of like showing you that they acknowledge that. All right. Flexible says you got to be a little bit flexible with Spirit this week, which means that your goals are the same. Don't worry about that. But the way of going there is going to change. So be flexible. You may not understand in the moment why things are happening, why everything feels crazy. Don't take it personally. Okay. No woe is me. Understand that things are changing actually to help you get to your goals, right? At least that's what they're saying here. All right, let's see. I always say the winds of change is coming through. I always say that your external environment is actually the thing that's going to change. So maybe you guys are moving. Maybe your job is changing. Maybe just things around you are changing. Maybe your friendships are changing. Whatever it is, it feels a bit out your control. And that's why Spirit's saying you hold on to you and your goal. I always see X as something you're trying to hatch for your future. Hold on to your own. I got the rest. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. All right, anything else for Gemini? Magician in the Mirror. Right. This one, I never like this card. I don't know why. Magician in the Mirror says that there are some things in life, right? So the Magician kind of reminds me of you have the power to change your world. It lies within you. You have all the tools that you need. And the mirror kind of sometimes represents that life is a bit of a mirror. So what are these situations telling you about yourself, right? If something's triggering you, it's not just a them problem. There is some reason why it's triggering you, right? Why does their opinion of you affect you so much? Because it doesn't change anything, but it's annoying you. So why do you care? You know, there's like a lot of things. It's a terrible example, but I hope you understand what I mean. Now, I also feel like whenever this card comes in, I always feel like there's an imposter around you. And it's not the first time, Gemini, we've been seeing that in your reading. So I just feel like someone could be acting like this. You know, when we think of magicians have tricks. And mirrors can sometimes, there's smoke and mirrors here, which can sometimes represent that there is something that's not super as it seems. So just P, is that an initial? Just be aware. Geminis. Thank you. Last quarter moon, which represents endings in Virgo. Attend to the details is coming up for you guys this week. Okay. Being called to attend to the details, right? Don't let anything go unmissed by you. What does that mean? Well, let's figure it out, shall we? Just remember the affirmation. At the end of the day, the power to change my world lies within me. I might have to change things about. All right, let's go for Gemini. Thank you. I'm gonna knock. Energy of the week is a Knight of Cups. I like that. That is really about diving deep and learning about your own feelings and emotions. Okay, it can represent heart to hearts with others, right? Some of you could be going on a date, or there could be someone significant to do with, an emotional connection. It could be a friend or someone. Why do I feel like someone it might be asking you for help, or you might be asking them for help with that card? Judgment coming through is your advice, which is about surrendering and letting go and finding peace, right? Taking the lesson with you, but letting go of the rest so that you can level up in life. It is also a really good card of the truth will be revealed. So some of you might need to let go of trying to prove yourself. Okay, what else do we got? Okay, the Hanged Man showing up underneath that Five of Cups is just so funny because both of them speak about changing your perspective. Like this card says, focusing on the negative is only going to make you see more problems, right? In life in general. So let's try focus on either positives or things that we can do, right? Solutions. And the Hanged Man again is the same thing. This is about focusing on disappointment and collecting them. Sometimes people can do that. We do that sometimes. Like, oh, what's next, right? Well, it always happens to me. That kind of mindset, Spirit wants you to shake off if you resonate with that. You're showing up as the Page of Pentacles, though, which I quite like. And in your evolution in the near future, so the next few weeks, you're going to be in the King of Pentacles. So whatever you start during this week, maybe financially, right? Whether it's learning something new, whether you're going to enroll in a course, or whether you're just diving into information and learning, or some of you, if you're just taking that first step into a new environment, one that's going to help you grow, I like that a lot. You're going to very quickly and swiftly level up, okay? So I like that energy. Love. So I'm going to clarify all of this and dive deeper. And career. Okay. Your challenge this week is that Hanged Man and the Seven of Wands. So feeling like life is pushing you up against the edge. Okay. Now, the energy of the near future also looks quite nice. More optimism, more freedom, more, going out, having fun, chasing dreams, chasing goals, more ambition, more travel, and again, more stability. Your advice, take action on a new idea, change your environment for sure, right? Because the devil being there, as I'm saying, that something is either bringing temptation, right? So like, let's say you're in an old place or around old people where you're trying to change your personality a bit, right? You don't want to engage in the same things anymore. You kind of want to change, but people around you aren't changing and they're the same. Sometimes that brings out the old you, right? Because that's how you're used to being around these people, or maybe being the new you doesn't feel quite right. Whatever it is, I don't know what I'm chatting about in your reading. But it just feels a little bit like you need something new. Ace of Wands, something fresh is going to help you kind of add like new things into your life. That's what I'm seeing. Anyway, let's dive in. Let's give this a good shuffle. It's your advice though. Some of you are really being called to take action on a new idea, on a passion. It's going to lead you places, especially here. Let's figure it out. I'm going to knock again. Now, I can't see where this imposter might be, but we'll figure it out. Okay, Knight of Cups, Ten of Swords. I feel like you're definitely having some major change coming up. Ten of Swords is a difficult ending. Sometimes it comes up, though, as a death of self, right? An old self. And I was picking up that in your spread, actually, already. So for a lot of you, I do feel like there's a sense of addressing your feelings and emotions to leave the past in the past and old you in the past so that you can have a new beginning. The Knight of Cups always suggests for me that you're overcoming difficult feelings in order to have something new in your life. So I like that energy. It's difficult though, very difficult to handle. Judgment coming through as your advice. Trust your gut, listen to spirit. If you don't know what they're saying, you need to meditate, you need to sit with it, go to nature, whatever, to quiet the noise. Because High Priestess really is about intuition and listening to the secrets of the universe, and Judgment is again about releasing, surrendering, and moving on up. So in a way, with Flexible, there might be some things that you don't know about that might come to light during this week, but your advice is to I'm hearing let this change you, but what I'm saying by that is Judgment is like the doors to a new beginning. You have to surrender. You have to let go of the old room to move into a new one. But the new one is unknown. High Priestess, there are some hidden things that you don't see yet. And that could scare you. But Spirit is almost saying like it's fine. Everything will be revealed. Judgment is a very peaceful card. Just requires letting go. surrendering. We'll clarify that a bit deeper if I feel like I want to a little bit later. 7 of Wands in your challenge, Ace of Cups. Now, I almost said love in this area. Some of you might need to I'm feeling a bit surrendering to love, but I'm going to figure that one out for you because we do have that a little bit later. But it could be about, your own peace and happiness. Ace of Cups really is a new emotional experience, a new beginning with a lot of happiness, a lot of self-love, a lot of peace in your life. But the 7 of Wands, I think you're having a hard time letting it in, or it feels like you have too much to do and that this is just not on your priorities. So I'm going to figure that one out too. 7 of Wands feels like life is up against you, right? There's constant problems. I wonder if this Ace of Cups will change that, but you feel like you need to get rid of the problems before you can have that love or have the self-love. But Spirit saying doesn't work like that. You got to make space for this to then have this disappear. Does that make sense? Whether it's love or self-love, I don't know what it is, but it feels like you need to let something in. Yeah, that's it. I'll leave it there. Period. 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Interesting, because it is about focusing on what you do have left standing. This is the Before Tarot. So as you can see here, this person said the cat just spilled the thing, but guess what? You're just watching the cat still spill things and you're not telling the cat to shoo. So there could be someone around you who's creating problems for you, right? It could be a friend, could be a family member. I don't know who it is. It doesn't feel like love, but I'm going to get there in a second. If it is love, you can communicate something and I think that's going to leave it. It's almost like you're watching someone do something and then you're upset about it, but you're not changing it, right? You're not putting your foot down saying, hey, don't do that. So some of you, something can really easily be resolved with communication, or again, getting rid of the thing that's creating it. Don't be upset about it when you're not changing it. I'm sorry to be so harsh. I'm just channeling. Okay. I'm sorry. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay. Don't be mad at me. But 5s represent something needs to change here. So, okay. Now with that being said and done, for some of you, 5 of Cups again could be, okay, let's not worry about what we could have done back then or what we should have done, or let's focus on what we have and what we can do with that, right? 2 of Cups could be that maybe it's a good time to focus on what you do have, who you have, instead of who you don't, or what you could have, right? Start being a little bit more solution based and positive rather than negative. It's basically what your affirmation was saying. Page of Pentacles, this is your energy. Page of Wands, I like it. You're taking the stage as the student at this time, right? Pages are the youngsters of the court cards in a tarot deck. They are young. They have a lot to learn. Now, Page of Pentacles again could be about your career and your finances or just education that you're learning, new things there, trying to get work on the long-term goals. So it even could be habits and routines. Page of Wands is also about passions, be more childlike and adding fun and pleasure into your world too. So that's how you're showing up here. So I like your energy. It's quite childlike. You got a lot to learn, but as we see in the future, you are going to escalate your passions from the page to the night. So you're going to explore, you're going to travel, you're going to see new things. You're just going to feel more courageous and optimistic. And also when it comes down to long-term goals and material wealth, I see you also saving and also working on that too. So this is both the near future. So we're kind of like leveling up from where you are this week in the next few weeks. So I like that. Keep doing what you're doing. All right. Knight of Wands. Healing. Also, there's a 50-50 going on here with that combo. 4 of Swords is taking a break. Some of you could go on a hiatus, a little, what do you call it? Just a little break, city break or something, because 4 of Swords to me is like, it's a break, it's a vacation, or it's time to rest, to sit with yourself, to heal whatever needs healing. And the Knight of Wands again is adding that pleasure into your life. Some of you definitely could go on a trip or need to. Near future, 4 of Swords, a lot of you are going to spend your next few weeks really healing and addressing some things, but also being a bit more playful in other areas too. So that's why I'm saying there's a 50-50, because this is like halting, slowing down, resting, healing, And this is about going fast and experimenting and exploring. So you have both of those energies in your near future, which isn't bad. It's a good little duality of life there. Okay, Hanged Man in your challenge position, the Magician, changing your perspective. This is very magician-like. The power to change my world lies within me. That is a magician here too, so I like it. But you need to observe how the world is a mirror for you, because you may be in an uncomfortable situation right now, but remember, the Hanged Man is all about observing, right? Looking at this. He's got a very different perspective of life. And almost, yeah, so I feel a little bit like, what am I seeing here? Something unique they want to point out that I don't quite understand about you. I can't get the message, but it's like something's very unique. But the Magician feels a bit like, the Hanged Man feels a bit like the mirror, and the Magician, of course, is a magician. So your challenge is really about addressing something. Now, some of you could be seeing someone a little bit differently. I'm going to see if the Hanged Man is, again, the imposter that we were speaking about. But for a lot of you, it is really about the power lying within you, and that you don't see it yet because you're looking at the problems. Oh, I'm upside down. You know, like I need to get out this stuck situation, and then Spirit, I will feel grateful. I will be more powerful, you know. But the thing is, you have to something comes first. I think you're trying to escape the problem. I don't know what they're trying to say to me, but something within you comes first before it comes outside of you. Does that make any sense? Okay. Ace of Wands, advice. Knight of Cups. So this is a new beginning for you. Some of you could be moving, okay? Some of you could really be, again, exploring your feelings and emotions or taking a risk. I know it's not a risk card, but for me it is. It's like doing something uncomfortable to get to where you want to go. And Ace of Wands is where you want to go. A new beginning, a new idea, a new job, a passion. And the Knight of Wands is your advice to overcome the feeling, maybe of rejection. Some of you might have a fear of rejection. But reframe that to a love for exploration and just figuring it out along the way. Does that make sense? Anyway, King of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. The same came up for Taurus in this area, I believe. Or was it Aries? I think it was Aries. King of Pentacles is good in your near future. This is you in the near future, by the way. It does say that you're learning a lot about the material world and again about your long-term goals, and you're showing up stable in the next few weeks in this area. It is in the area of your career and finances as well. Now, Seven of Swords can be good, and they're pointing me over to attending to the details. So you don't want to miss some details because they could be vital. Whether you're sorting your finances out, right? Legal situations, who knows? They're saying attend to the details, don't miss things, don't cut corners. Okay, there we go. It makes sense now. Don't cut corners, okay, in the near future, because it could, it could rock your world. I'm hearing that, right? King of Pentacles is known to be stable, and with cutting corners, you might feel like you can get away with something, or hey, like I don't need to do this until later, and then you end up missing the deadline. Whatever it is, you might think you have more time and that you're able to cut a little corner and be a bit cheeky. Don't do that, okay? Seven of Swords is also a good card for strategy. So if this is you building a strategy, I like it. Again, don't cut corners in your strategy because, again, it could cost a lot, okay? Now, Two of Swords is interesting. It's in your area of love. Nine of Wands. And then your career being here and start healing. I like that energy. Okay, I'm going to dive into love in a second and career. These are last. I just want to dive into some areas that I don't quite know about. Like, where is the flexibility? I guess in a way it could be this. It could also be that. Okay, why is the Ten of Swords here in the energy of the week? What are we letting go of? Hard work, exhaustion, doing everything by yourself, heavy burden. And the Ace of Wands, I feel like some of you as well, this has been a long time coming, that you take action on having a new beginning, taking action on a desire. And Seven of Cups, kind of coming on that, attend to the details. I think you're in a clouded place right now, whether it's mentally or physically, and I do feel like you're finally coming to the end and no longer procrastinating on your feelings about something. I feel like you're just going to go for it. Whatever it is, it's similar to what's in your advice. What is the Ace of Wands in the advice. What is this representing? Independence, having more independence and autonomy. Five of Wands is interesting because it is about, again, procrastination or conflict. This might be something that you and other people have been arguing about doing. But Nine of Pentacles is financial freedom. It is maybe working for yourself. That could be a dream and goal, right? And that might create an ending, right? It could be scary because it's like, okay, like if I let go of this, I have to do it. It does feel quite good though. Nine of Pentacles is great. The Five of Wands could really be about going into a competitive industry. Okay, can I clarify why the High Priestess is here with Judgment? Okay, it can be pertaining to money. There's a lot more money coming up in your near future that you don't see coming yet. Okay, wow. A lot of major arcana cards. This feels quite good. King of Wands is on the bottom of the deck anyway. This feels like your passions, okay, are going to lead you towards the sun, happiness, success, freedom, and the Chariot, leaving the city behind to chase your dreams and goals. The Devil, though, is probably like you're having to trick a devil energy into having this. And this is also representing chains, restrictions in your life. You're letting go of fear so that you can have the success, and again, to let go of the old, what you're used to, what you're comfortable with. So that's what you guys are, your advice is, again, surrendering, letting spirit guide you. Eight of Pentacles, I see a lot of work up ahead of you, but it's work that you enjoy doing. That's a difference. Okay, Ace of Cups, why is this here in challenge? Taking control. Okay, no longer feeling like life is up against you. It's like, I'm going to start like pushing even more forcefully to have the life that I want to have, right? Ace of Cups especially, to let love in, to do things that you love, to find more peace in your life and not being cornered by it. Okay. And what do I have here? I want to look at the Magician. Why is this the Magician here with the Hangman as a challenge? Ten of Cups, you can have whatever you desire, right? Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment, happiness within a community. It's the sun finally shining after the rain, so it's causing a rainbow, a blessing, a happy ending. So when the Magician comes in, it says whatever you can visualize, you can have. And Ten of Cups feels like your visualization. So I guess in a way your challenge is to start dreaming. Not dreaming, start to visualize. I want you to create a vision board this week and start to feel sensations as if you're there in that reality that you want to live. Now, is there any imposter? Can I clarify the Magician and the Mirror? Nine of Cups. Is there anyone that Gemini needs to be aware of? It could be a mother figure when the Empress comes through. Three of Cups, Nine of Cups. Do I feel like there's anyone here? I think you might need to be aware of maybe a friend, right? Three of Cups can sometimes be a friend who's more selfish, right? It's all about taking and not enough about giving. Just be aware that people around you actually see your worth, because the Empress, again, is a beautiful energy of loving, nurturing, kindness, caring, but someone could be focusing on what they can gain rather than actually being part of a community. So just pay attention to anyone who comes to mind when I say that. Anything else? And the Seven of Swords in Gemini's energy in the near future. The Moon. Don't cut corners. All right. Remember, the Moon is about hidden things as well, maybe even secrets. And if you got any, it's time to deal with them, okay? Dealing with the skeletons in the closet is what I'm hearing, okay? Otherwise, it's going to come up. What can they do with this energy? Strength card, to be courageous and bold, to address it. The Sun, bring truth to situations, bring awareness to situations. Now, whether these are secrets or, again, your own little fears and stuff like that you need to address and deal with, whatever is hiding in the darkness, we need to bring awareness and the light to it, okay? Now, as I said, it could really relate to cutting corners, in which case, again, it's just saying, hey, do things with integrity and with courage and boldness, and maybe even to address your own feelings, self-sabotaging feelings as well. The Strength card is really overcoming something. Okay, now let's dive into love, shall we? Because we have the Two of Swords here, which is about making a big decision here. And the Nine of Wands is feeling a little bit unsafe. Or like you got your guard up. Why is this here? What's the decision Gemini's making here? Queen of Swords. Needing to trust. Interesting. She places boundaries. Okay, so some of you might be, again, a bit blocked off in terms of love. You're a bit hurt here in this area. The Queen of Swords, the thing about her though is like, okay, my heart might not be super clear. Like, I don't know what that wants just yet. It's not clear, but I know what I deserve, or something's clear mentally to her. And that could be something for you. So if you are not sure what to do in terms of love, follow whatever is clearest. There is something that you know that you need to take action on, right? Whether it's like, oh, I don't feel like I can protect this person, but I don't really know. Like, I like them, but I'm not sure where my feelings are at. But there's something about them that I don't like. Okay, go with that thing that's clear. As I said here, there are some clouds. Not everything is clear here, but there's something that you know. Now, in terms of those in relationships, let's see. What's the Nine of Wands doing here? It's a wounded warrior. Ten of Cups. Interesting. It came exactly where it was, what you're envisioning for yourself. Some of you are protecting a dream. Okay. And now let me just see. Those in relationships, those who are not. Why is the Two of Swords here? The Devil. All right. Now, I kind of like that. Not to be weird. But when there are two swords and two chains, that represents to me cutting away a negative influence. Okay, whether there's addictions or bad habits or temptations or whatever going on in a relationship, there's absolutely the ability to cut that out. But of course, it's two people's decision, not just one. One of you can't cut out the other person's own fears or whatever. You both have to make a decision. So Queen of Swords could be you giving someone an ultimatum. Hey, this needs to change. I'm going to change too, but we both need to be on the same boat, so that we can both move forward, okay? The Six of Swords being there is why I felt like there's a positive spin here. But either way, for you, you're cutting out a devil in your life and you're moving towards calmer waters. It's like, it feels like you are the one who's saying to someone else, look, this needs to change, right? We might have a few hostilities against each other, and maybe there's, some wounds that we both have, but this needs to change and I know it. And I feel like that can actually, again, move a relationship forward for sure. Or not, depends on the person that you're with. But again, this is over your manifestation. I absolutely believe that you're able to do that for sure. Just is your partner. I don't know what relationship you're in, but either way, if you're single, again, that devil energy says that you might need to cut something out here. Okay. No casual things unless you want to. Don't mind that devil lingering around, but yeah, need to cut it out at some point. Anyway, the Star. Like, some of you have like a side thing, and that's fine. Oh, not a side thing. Okay, don't do that. I meant like a casual thing when you're single, that you have a casual thing. You will not have love until you cut that thing out, because that person's not going to commit to you. This is just for someone. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I really feel like that for someone. You're blocking this. You're denying this. Okay, you gotta, yeah. Anyway, career finances. Now, the Seven of Swords, again, just make sure it's not your self-sabotaging, because for some of you, you might not feel like you're worthy for something, and that's your biggest blockage. This is probably something you're trying to change here. Star card, you can have whatever it is that you desire. Seven of Swords, will you get in your own way though? Four of Pentacles, a lack. Okay, stubbornness. Inability to open up or to change. So that needs to change, okay? Four of Pentacles is good for those who want to build a strategy on savings. That looks quite good there. And there's Nine of Swords. This is jumping on top of that Virgo. I always say this is a Virgo card. I know it's not, but to me it is, because it's about procrastinating, overthinking. Don't let the details become your enemy, right? Don't overthink everything, right? But at the same time, there are some things that are clear that you need to deal with, okay? Deal with the things that you're clear about. Like, okay, I need to build a savings, so let's do that first. Okay, I need to change my job because I hate it here. Okay, well, let's build a strategy about that then, right? Building a strategy is going to be the thing that helps you to get towards your dreams. Not worrying. That ain't going to do you no good. Apart from put you at a dead end where you have to change something now, right? Because you let it linger for too long. I'm sorry for lecturing you. I'm gonna love you and leave you. You might be very happy the reading has come to an end or not. Let me know how it resonates with you guys in the comments. Not only does your engagement help me out so much over here, but I actually love to see how these readings resonate in your life, right? Otherwise, how else will I know who I'm talking to? So let me know down there in the comments. But anyway, oopsie daisy. I love you guys. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys next time.